Kanto Pokemon. So before I start this, guys, just want to say that this is 100% opinion based. So if you disagree with me, be sure to leave your own top 5 favorite Kanto starters in the comment section below. So without any further ado, let's get started with the top 5 favorite Kanto Pokemon. In the number 5 slot, we are kicking with Ninetales. Ninetales was, when I first played through Red and Blue, that Pokemon was the first fire type I ever used. This, like, Vulpix, I just look at it and then I like it and then I'm like, it's so cuddly and it's red and it's, yeah, but it had no color in Red and Blue, of course, because it was black and white. But yeah, Ninetales is just amazing. That special attack, it can run Solar Beam, it has Drought. How much perfect can this get? Like running a moveset on a Pokemon, it is a destroyer. I just love Ninetales. Even its design, how I really didn't count it tails, but I'm sure it has 9 tails because it's a 9-tail, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Ninetales is number 5 on the top 5 Kanto Pokemon. Let's get on with this. In the number 4 slot, we have Machamp. It's the Pokemon, the wrestling Pokemon, the champion. It's just the best Pokemon to have. It's amazing. Actually, a very, very good attacker. It can deal a hit. No, not deal a hit. It can deal very massive damage, and if you mess around with a Machamp, you're going down, son. But yeah, I really am not that fond of Machamp's design, but I really like the configuration of its stats. It really actually more of a fits it, and Machamp's, like, what I don't like about its design is that between Machoke and Machamp, there is not very big of a difference. Maybe a color difference, or maybe a few more arms, if you know what I mean. But yeah, other than that, I see they could have put more work with Machamp's design rather than its evolution line. But yeah, also, what I really like, what really depressed me or shattered my heart as a kid about Machamp is while I was playing through Fire Red and Leaf Green, I actually trained up a Machoke, and it was really, really good Pokemon. And then I just realized, why doesn't it evolve? And then I search it up, and then it evolves through trade, which really actually shattered me from the inside, because back then nobody actually played Pokemon, and I really didn't have anybody to trade with. But currently I have a Machamp on my Pokemon X and Y because I got some people to trade with, yeah. And I really used it a couple of times in Wi-Fi, and it really, really pays off the price, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, Machamp makes it to the number 4 slot here on the top 5 Kanto Pokemon. Yes! In the number 3 spot, we have Pidgeot. Go for the Pidgey. That is what I always say. People actually contradict me this much, and then why don't you ever go for Spearow on your Let's Plays or whatever when I play by myself? It's like, why do you always go for the Pidgey? I'm always like, I go for the Pidgey. Pidgeot is just, it's a Mo, and it's a majestic bird. It's design. I really know that its design doesn't make a difference through its evolution. It's just a small, tiny birdie, and then it becomes a bird with orange feathers from the head, and then it becomes a bigger bird with more taller feathers of orange and yellow. But that's how birds rule. They just small and then they get bigger. There's no much difference. Talking about Fearow, which has a rooster thing over its head, but it's not actually about the design. I really get the fact that Pidgeot is a little bit frail, but it can pack a hit, maybe, if you actually use it right. Pidgeot, I just like it. It's something from the heart. I always go for the Pidgey, and as I always say, go for the Pidgey. Never pick Spearow, unless it's another bird Pokemon. But yeah, for top 5 Kanto Pokemon, I always choose the Pidgeot, because Pidgeot is, as I said, majestic. It's not the best at competitive battling unless you're trying for a U-turn setup, if you know what I'm like trying to actually give you my point of view. But yeah, Pidgeot is number 3 on the top 5 favorite Kanto Pokemon. 2 spot, we have Hitmonlee. You're just, oh my god, I can finally make it to Saffron City. The guard isn't thirsty anymore. Yes, let's just go out of the gym and then, oh damn, there's 2 gyms. Let's enter the one with no door. Oh, it's a fighting dojo. I beat the master fighting karate maniac. And then you get the choice of 2 Pokemon. Do I get the Jackie Chan or do I get the Bruce Lee? Yes, a lot of people, well for me, I always go for the Hitmonlee. And everybody's like, you went for Hitmonlee? What a noob. And I'm like, no, I have a reason. It's the kicking Pokemon, and what's harder than kicking? Punching? Who wants that? No, I'm just kidding. Hitmonchan, I think it's a pretty good Pokemon, but for evolving, it gets that defensive, well, when you get a Tyrogue, they need that defense. So I'm guessing Hitmonchan is most of a defender, but for Hitmonlee, I always go for attacking Pokemon. I want the attack, I want to feint, I want to kill. So I go for Hitmonlee. People actually is like, oh, look at that, its face is in its chest. What's wrong with that? It's awesome, and it can stretch its legs to 1,000 meter, whatever he can stretch it to, which is awesome, man. Yeah, other than a couple of punches, I can pack some kicks on you, places you don't like, if you get what I mean. But yeah, Hitmonlee is just awesome. Although it's not the best fighting type Pokemon, for me, Hitmonlee is in the number 2 spot with hearts in your face. In the number 2 spot for the top 5 favorite Kanto Pokemon. In the number 1 spot, we have Blastoise. Top favorite Kanto Pokemon. Let's go a little bit back to Squirtle. First ever Kanto starter I have ever gotten. First ever Pokemon. Got Pokemon Blue. Chose that Squirtle. It's a freaking turtle, and when it mega evolves, it has arm cannons. Arm cannons. What is more than these arm cannons? And plus it gets the ability Mega Launcher, which like increases its pulse powers, which mean it's gonna be freaking a beast. It's gonna be a freaking monster. If it's like, hey man, I picked Charizard, I'm like, fuck Charizard, Blastoise all the way. And I always name my Blastoise Torrent or Torrent Jr. or whatever. But yeah, Blastoise is the top 5 Kanto Pokemon on this list, and it's the monster, it's the beast, and I love Blastoise. Give it big heart, another one to your face. So yeah, number 1 is Blastoise. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video or this top 5. If you enjoyed, please leave a rating, like, comment, and subscribe, and vote for the next top 5, which is going to be between top 5 Johto Pokemon or top 5 Hoenn. So leave your voting down in the comment section below. I've been Reptile, and I'm out.